welcome back. Today we'll be talking about cash stashing or envelope budgeting. How you can crush debt, get out of debt fast, and start getting ahead on your bills. So what exactly is cash stashing or envelope budgeting? So it's where you figure out what your monthly expenses are, and you break those down into a simple form, i.e. using envelopes for your expenses. So, how does this work? First, you need to sit down and figure out what your bills are. Everything, all your expenses for the month. You need to figure out what those are exactly. Then you divvy up your cash. You take out cash, and you divvy up your cash and put the specified amount of cash into each envelope. So, for example, this is just going to be super simplified and basic, but if your monthly rent is, $500 per month, or your mortgage, once again, don't we all wish it could be that cheap? But then you would put $500 in your rent envelope. Then, if your internet bill is $75, you write down internet on a separate envelope. Put in $75 in there. Then groceries. Say groceries is $200 per month, or $200 per week. So then you times that out 4 weeks. Then you put in the specified amount into $1,000 or whatever it is for your groceries for the month, and you do that for your electric bill and your water bill, your phone bill. And you use the cash you put in the envelope to pay your bills. And you only pay for stuff in cash. Now that's the most simplified version. You could also do the same thing by creating separate accounts at your bank, because today a lot of stuff is online only payments or auto payments. But the idea is especially with the cash, is it makes it harder to spend cash on things that you don't need. The idea here is to pay all your bills first, put a specified amount into savings, and then what you have left over is what you can use for wants and fun. And the whole idea is that you'll be putting as much away into bills and saving as possible to get rid of any debts that you may have. So if, student loans, you want to be paying off your student loans, there's an envelope with $400, $500, whatever it is a month for student loans. And typically what you want to keep your bills at 50% of your income or less. Sometimes that can be hard to do, but this will show you your cash flow and your cash income and your cash outflow a lot easier, and it's a lot easier to visualize cash when it's in your hands, in envelopes, and you're using that to pay your bills and your expenses. You're not going to want to, when you see you're down to the end of the month and you got $50 here, you're going to want to hold on to that more than if you just see numbers in your bank account or whatnot. So it keeps money, it keeps you from spending money as easily and helps you pay your bills and get ahead, which is what you want to do. And then once your bills and debts are paid off, you're free. So it can be hard living for, a few years. If you stick to this discipline, you'll get your debts paid off, and then you can start getting ahead. And another thing this really shows is, with today's day and age, it's easy to pick up extra cash on the side, right? Gig economy is a huge thing right now. So you want to, you see your envelopes getting, your fun envelope or your vacation envelope is not where you want it to be. Well, on one weekend, go out, do, you can mow grass, you can clean houses. There's a million ways to make just a little extra cash on the side, and it all adds up very quickly. And it's much easier to see how it adds up when it's physical in your hands. Like one example is you can do, if you work full time during the week, you can take a couple hours on the weekend and do something like I said, gig economy. Like TaskRabbit is a great example. You set your schedule, your rate, what jobs you want to do, and you go out there and just do it. And most jobs, can take an hour or two. So you take a couple hours out of your Saturday or your Sunday or both, and you can make a couple extra $100 every weekend. Another thing you could do is sell some of your goods on eBay. Today's lifestyle, we accumulate so much stuff, and we don't necessarily need it all. So go through and clean and post stuff on eBay. People are always looking for something. You'd be surprised. But with cash stuffing or envelope budgeting, it really helps to physically see the money and how you're spending it. So we'll make a couple more videos on this, and if you want to know more or have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. We'll get to them, and we'll start making some videos on finances and budgeting and how to get ahead, get out of debt, and start living how you want. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.